Turkish wonder kid Alperen Şengün is really shaking things up in the NBA. The young Rockets center is part of the new generation of NBA talent, and he's making his mark on the entire league. Recently, even Kevin Durant had some encouraging words for the 20-year-old. I was going to give some love to Alperen Şengün. I like Şengün. He was dunking on a couple of people. I didn't know he could get up like that. He's nice. I like him. For the more casual NBA fan, you've probably seen him talking to himself before shooting a free throw. Don't let that distract you from the fact that Şengün is a pretty decent free throw shooter, and the young boy probably just needs some encouraging words before letting one go. Alperen has already carved out a place for himself in the Houston Rockets history books, becoming the youngest player to ever have 30 points and 10 rebounds in a single game, breaking Hakeem Olajuwon's 1984 record. As of right now, the young Turk is averaging an impressive 15 points, 9 boards, and 4 assists per game. Despite being on a historically weak Rockets team, Şengün, at just 20 years of age, is standing out as one of the team's best players this season. And to put icing on the cake, he solidified his place in NBA history by becoming the youngest center ever at just 20 years of age and 133 days old to achieve 1,000 points and 200 assists in a December 6 matchup against the Sixers. In January, Alperen got his first triple-double, getting 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. And 10 days later, he recorded a career-high 33 points and 15 rebounds against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. A week later, he broke Shaq's 20-year-old record and became the youngest center ever to achieve 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists. In February, Şengün broke yet another NBA record and has now officially become a habitual record breaker by becoming the youngest center in NBA history to achieve multiple triple-doubles while still being just 20 years of age. There's no doubt that this kid is something truly special, and it's no surprise that the Rockets organization has high hopes for their future with the highly talented Turk on their roster. But who is this 6'11 wonder kid, and how did he become one of the most exciting young stars in the NBA? To get the answers to those questions, we need to travel back 20 years and over 6,725 miles. Alperen Şengün's journey to NBA stardom began in the northeastern Turkish city of Giresun. He was born on July 25th of 2002, and his parents had dreams of him becoming a swimmer. This was in fact quite odd since swimming is not even on the list of 10 most popular sports in Turkey. But luckily, young Alperen had other plans. He knew basketball was his destiny, and it was inspired by watching his older brother and his friends play the game on a rugged old court in the neighborhood. But he didn't actually start playing before the age of 8, and 2 years later he joined the local youth team. Şengün's growth as a basketball player was remarkable, and his talent was recognized during a basketball tournament. As a result, he was recruited to join the youth team of Banvit, which was renowned for developing great basketball players. This forced a 12-year-old Alperen to move out of his parents' apartment and relocate to a city 650 miles away. He signed a contract with the team, and this turned out to be a great decision for the talented youngster who some years later led Banvit to the Turkish Basketball Junior League Championship, earning league MVP along the way. He started his professional basketball career at 16 years old in 2018, while playing in the second-tier Turkish league. In 29 games, he averaged 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. Impressive numbers for a 16-year-old. And no one was surprised when he all of a sudden made a move to the Turkish Super League for the 2019-20 season. Despite facing tougher competition, Şengün was able to gain valuable experience by playing against some of the best teams in Turkey and also competing in the FIBA Champions League. In August of 2020, he made a huge leap in his career by signing with Besiktas, one of the top basketball teams in Turkey. This turned out to be a breakthrough season for the 18-year-old as he put on a phenomenal display during the regular season. Alperen averaged an impressive 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in his rookie season, which led him to being named the most valuable player. And just days later, the Turkish basketball sensation decided to declare for the 2021 NBA draft. Şengün was considered one of the top international prospects of the draft and was praised in his draft profile for his advanced skill set, particularly his ability to score in the post with both hands. It was also noted that he dominated against grown men in the Turkish Super League and won the MVP award at just 18 years old. Alperen's low post game was particularly impressive, with the variety of moves that keep defenders off balance. The then 18-year-old was also praised for his high basketball IQ, passing ability, and natural strength. However, he lacks athleticism and could struggle defensively against NBA pick and rolls due to his heavy feet and slow movements. Alperen was thought to be a top 10 pick in the 2021 NBA draft, but to the surprise of many, he fell all the way to number 16, where he was picked by the Oklahoma City Thunder. But OKC had different plans for Şengün, and he was quickly dealt to the Houston Rockets in exchange for not one, but 2 future first-round picks. This move signaled the Rockets' immense belief in the young Turks' abilities, and the 6'11 rising star was eager to start proving his worth. He had an impressive Summer League debut on August 8th, when he scored 15 points and grabbed 15 rebounds, and Şengün made his much-anticipated NBA debut by putting up 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals in a 124-106 loss to the Timberwolves. In the second half of the season, Alperen continued to impress on the court. In March of 2022, he scored an impressive 21 points and grabbed 14 rebounds in an overtime win over the Lakers. And just a few weeks later, he outdid himself with a then career high of 27 points and 7 rebounds. Despite missing the last 10 games of his rookie season due to an injury, Şengün managed to play in 72 games and started in 13 of them. He ended the season with an average of 10 points and 5 rebounds while shooting 47% from the field, but his 25% beyond the arc showed room for improvement. Alperen's first year showed that he had an unquestionably high ceiling, and Rockets fans were excited to see what he had in store for the next season. And as we mentioned earlier, the young boy started balling out for real this season and has already become one of the Rockets' best players. He's currently averaging 15 points and 9 rebounds, while shooting an impressive 55% from the field. Even his three-point percentage has increased to a more respectable 32% this season. He's breaking all kinds of records for the youngest center. And keep in mind that this is on a historically weak Houston Rockets team. And while his recent form hasn't been as impressive as it was earlier this season, he is still an important piece of the Rockets' puzzle. Going forward, he's going to be vital in the team's rebuilding phase and hopefully help them become a serious contender in the coming years. There's no question that Şengün's NBA potential is sky high. Comparisons have already been made to some of the most skilled big men in the league, like Nikola Jokic and Domantas Sabonis. And even though he still has a lot of work to do, Alperen is carving out his own path to greatness. With his unique skill set and impressive record-breaking stats, there's no doubt that he'll continue to make a name for himself in the NBA for years to come. Oh, and by the way, keep in mind that he is still just 20 years old. And speaking of a name for himself, Lauri Markkanen has had one hell of a season. The 25-year-old Finn has already made his first All-Star appearance, and he'll most likely get a spot on one of the All-NBA teams as well. He has really flourished in his first season with the Jazz, but his road to success hasn't been easy. I made a video about his inspiring journey and how he suddenly became one of the NBA's best forwards. Check it out.